As you look over my shoulder, you can see there's nothing but rock and very little beach behind me. Well, the City of Oceanside is hoping to change that here along the Strand by installing a reef offshore, bringing in a ton of sand, and hopefully taking down this sign.
In Oceanside, we have a really straight coastline. There's no coves or nooks. There's nothing like pocket beaches like you might see in...
Jamie Timberlake is the Coastal Zone Administrator for the City of Oceanside.
This is the terminus of the headland. So the reef will be, again, offshore and about maybe 600 feet that way. Okay. But the headland will be stopped here at Wisconsin.
She shared with me where the reef would be and how it was designed.
An artificial reef, 2 short artificial headlands that'll extend off the Strand here, and then about 900,000 cubic yards of beach nourishment or beach sand that we're bringing from an offshore source back onto the shoreline. The
project started in 2023 with an international design competition.
Something that was more innovative, something that's been tested in other parts of the world before we test it here in Oceanside.
In 2024, the city adopted the current plan and have been tweaking the design and modeling.
Oh, yes.
But the biggest step, it came when the scaled version was put into the wave basin at Oregon State University.
As soon as we get all the reports done for that phase of the modeling, then we'll be about 65 to 70% done with the design of the project.
Timberlake explains why Oceanside loses so much sand south of the pier.
So nothing really helps us retain the sand, and so that's the intent of the artificial reef and the 2 headlands. It's to slow down that sediment transport.
The combination of the headlands and reef will create sandbars and protect the sand on the beach.
Energy dissipation that we're having, it'll be right on the reef itself, and then that's going to create those localized currents that help keep the sand on the beach.
The reef will be in 15 to 20 feet of water, about 900 feet offshore, south of Tyson Park and north of Wisconsin Street. The shape kind of looks like a butterfly.
That reef shape is really how it's going to be more about bringing more surf amenity to the area and then also retaining that sand.
And of course, they will need permits.
So we need to get a permit from the Coastal Commission, from the Army Corps of Engineers, the Regional Water Quality Control Board. The list goes on. So the permitting phase does take a little bit of time. It takes about a year, maybe a year and a half.
As far as the costs, the city estimates $25 to $30 million for the 900,000 cubic yards of sand and $30 million for the construction.
The city has already applied for grants from the Division of Boating and Waterways, which is a state program, and then we are also applying for funds from the Climate Bond from Prop 4.
So if it all goes as planned, when could construction start?
If everything works out with permits and we get construction funding, we can have something that would be shovel ready by the very end of 2027, early 2028.
So as you look at the beach here, we're on the north side of the pier. This is what the City of Oceanside is hoping will happen on the south side on the Strand. And you can bet that I will be watching it very closely to see what that reef does. Sean Stiles, Earth 8.
And if you'd like to see more of our Earth 8 reports, you can stream them right now on our CBS 8 app. You can download on your TV. You do not need a cable subscription, and you can watch for free anytime.